MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. Carson Wentz and the New York Giants versus Drew Brees and the Washington Football Team.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Football Team and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their quarterback in his 5th season now, the former number 2 overall pick, Carson Wentz.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. 3rd down here.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. So here is Washington now backed up a bit to start their first drive. And they'll be led out by the all-time leader in terms of passing yards in NFL history, their 41-year-old quarterback, Drew Brees.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Brees now on first down. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Here's Brees to throw. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson.
Complete.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Gain of 9 yards. First down, Washington.
Now Brees again. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 50-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
A gain of a yard. Brings
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. From the gun, it's Brees. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. The numbers for Beckham in last week's effort. 5 catches, 58 yards.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards. And not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
On first down, Brees to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The tackle made by Harold Landry. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier.
We're scoreless after 1.
The end of the first quarter with no score.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. This drive started way back inside their own 5. Now they're looking for the capper. 3rd and goal. Brees now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
It's nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. To throw is Wentz. They'll roll, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Devin White coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now a draw play for Gurley. So that one will get him halfway to the 1st down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Makes it
shotgun now for Wentz. And he connects with Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
48-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run. It's Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That's good for a Giant.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Gurley again.
And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
Riley on the tackle. A 5-yard gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Wentz. Open man is Myers. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 15-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Carson Wentz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. It was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend it and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
Now this throw caught left side, and he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Brees now on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Throwing on first down is Brees. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 1st and 10, here's Brees. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Shotgun now for Brees. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Brees. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Now Brees on 3rd down. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
First down.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at the 39-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Washington.
To throw, it's Brees. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it second and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
The pickup. Second and 6.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 36. Now Brees. Sideline throw, that's caught by Landry. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to Jarvis Landry. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the Giants' 29-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Brees to throw again. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
And 7.
Here's Brees. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Brees. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Throwing now is Brees. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Again, they'll throw with Brees. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. So 2nd and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. 2nd down is always kind of that, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
Santos now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
And New York set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Wentz. Allen has it left side.
For a Giants 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
1-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Ebron caught left side. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, Hines. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. To the right side to Ebron. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Eric Ebron. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Suck up for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And all the way down to the 35. Big yardage that time for Washington. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Brees now to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Complete.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage.
Now Brees. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or 2 short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Santos' kick is up and through. And it's 3-0 Washington.
17. Giants 14.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. On first down, Wentz. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Incomplete.
Here's Wentz to throw. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5 quarterback picks up the first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have something about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. And he whips that one incomplete there. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
He's defended by Patrick Peterson.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Landon Collins on the coverage.
He's back to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line, 12-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Nothing open. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Carson Wentz down. Boy, you think about the injury history he's had. And he remains on the turf. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Ties the game at 17.
Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Brees to throw. Fighting to stay upright. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Brees. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Back to throw, Brees. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5 all the way down at the 2-yard line.
10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brees. And his throw here is incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brees. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
They ain't on our side.
That's on Lyle Collins, free agent signee who was originally thought of as a first-round draft pick. On 3rd and long, it's Brees. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
Receiving team.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Gurley. And he'll be tackled right, called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Gurley again here on 1st down. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Hines. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Gain of 8.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Gurley. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Hines. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. And this will be caught. Put in the win column.
Touchdown, Giants.
To see it, making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we got the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Giants, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.